Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. I know it's been a few weeks. I keep thinking that life is going to slow down, and it hasn't quite done that. Um, I want to start this video and let you all know that, again, I super appreciate all the feedback that I've been getting from you guys. As far as these videos go, it's really helpful. I also just really want to spend a few minutes with you guys today talking about parts of ourselves that we don't like, that can feel extreme, they can feel too much. I've been having a lot of things going on, shifts, different ideas, different places where my energy has had to go, and places where I'm kind of realizing I don't want my energy to go. And one thing that I know kind of holds me back from making changes is this idea that I'm too sensitive or I'm too much. This week I've really had to examine that, examine this idea, especially around sensitivity. If you've known me for any period of time, I am sensitive. I'm sensitive to energy, I'm sensitive to intense emotion, I'm sensitive to my own emotions. I'm really sensitive to meanness and mean-spiritedness. That probably is one of the areas I have a really hard time not feeling overwhelmed. But one thing I do notice about my sensitivity is I always view it as a detriment. I think that it can be this thing that prevents me from having good connections with people because I do feel things pretty intensely. And I'm kind of noticing that instead of it being this detriment, in a lot of ways it's a superpower, because I'm noticing if I just would have listened to the areas where I start to get really sensitive instead of trying to beat myself down for being sensitive, I probably would have begun finding more peace in myself and then felt more confident to make decisions. Like, hey, I don't like how this feels. I need to move away from this. I am very connection driven, so it's really hard for me to not feel sensitive around those things. And I guess I'm giving you a lot of words, and I'm kind of giving you this real life, real situation right now because, like I said, I've really had to examine this. And, I'm not only finding a thing within me, but I'm finding it in people that I interact with every day. There's this one emotion or one concept or one idea of ourselves we typically really hold on to because people have labeled it as bad, or it's too much, or it's too intense, or it's too overwhelming. And yes, that's true. I mean, they can be all those things, but I find that they only get to that point because we just try to deny their existence. It's just like anything. The more you try to push something down and squelch it, it's going to still be there, but it's going to be growing under the surface until one day it really does just expand and blow up, and you can't not confront it anymore. It's there, it's in your face, and you have to stop and look and deal with it. So, all that being said, here's my question I've been asking myself this week, and I want to share it with you because it's been a really helpful question. So here it is. This thing, so for me, my sensitivity, I view it as the worst thing about me, and that's how I talk to myself around it. But what if, instead of seeing it as one of these worst qualities about myself, acknowledge that it is actually my superpower. It's actually my gift, because truth be told, it takes a lot of poking to get me really sensitive. It really, really does. It takes a lot of that energy for me to get really sensitive around it. So what if, instead of trying to squelch my sensitivity, I own it, accept that it's there, and try to take the lesson it's trying to give me? What would that be like? That concept is called radical acceptance. This is something, and it's not going to go away, and we just have to accept that it's there. So, my friends, my question to you is, what is that trait that you feel is your biggest detriment? Because on the flip side of it, it's not. It's not a detriment. It's there to help you. It's there to let you know that there's something else you need to look at. It's there to let you know that maybe this doesn't feel safe, or maybe this doesn't feel okay, or maybe this doesn't feel healthy. What would it be like, instead of criticizing, chastising, beating up, putting down, making oneself feel terrible about this quality? What would it be like, instead of those things, to accept that it's there and work from it and listen, instead of say, you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be here because you make me bad. I think some things are there because they actually are. They're hard. We don't have to want to look at them. So, why and what can I do to look at this trait as a benefit, not only to myself or others? Why is this trait so demonized in my own head? Where could I acknowledge that this is there and work from it and through it, instead of trying to just completely sidestep it? What if, instead of viewing this as my biggest detriment, I view it as my superpower? How would that change how we talk to ourselves? A lot today, but this is really heavy on my heart, and I hope that you really do take some time to kind of examine these questions for yourself. What is that characteristic I demonize? Why do I do that? And what if I radically accept it and it's something that is useful to me? I have a sneaking suspicion that if it's useful to you, it's probably going to be useful sometimes for the people around you. Friends, we are designed to feel. We are designed to think. We are designed to be a part of something bigger than ourselves, whether that's community or family or religion or spirituality. We are designed to be a part of something bigger, and all those things that make us up have value. It's just when we start not valuing what we have, we get stuck. So take a step with me this week, and what if I radically accepted this about myself? Could that get me unstuck? Could that get me moving from like these places that I don't feel great in, that I just keep telling myself like I need to not be this way and it would be fine? Friend, you can't not be you. You are designed to be how you are. You are conditioned to be how you are. Yes, we can tweak, yes, we can adjust, but a lot of that has to come from radically accepting we are, we feel, we breathe what we are, and those thoughts and messages we associate with it, that tells us if it's going to be our superpower or our detriment. Where can I look at myself differently? What if I accepted that this is my superpower? I hope you guys have a great week. Sorry for the really long video, but in this space, I hope you find goodness. I hope you find space for yourself, space for others, and maybe a bit more understanding and love. It's something that I think that we need more space for. And if we're giving love to ourselves, we have a lot more love to give to those around us. Happy weekend. I will see you guys soon.